We are.
Hey all, it's Isla here. We have my 800 point Armored Mirkwood list. I've run a similar list to this on the channel. Last time I ran a couple extra captains and it really brought the numbers down. And I wasn't too pleased with the captains because I ended up running 2 Mirkwood elf captains with armor and then also a Palace Guard captain. And I just wasn't super impressed with the Mirkwood elf captain's performance, as you can imagine. Especially when you get such a better captain in the Palace Guard captains. So we've altered our mistake. We've dropped 1 captain and we've had an extra Palace Guard captain. We got some more cav. I got 6 extra armored elves as well, which is really nice. And yeah, we'll get into it. So first of all, big Thranduil himself. He's the leader of the army, as you can see. Really proud of his paint job. And he's with the crown, the elk, and he also has armor and the extra sword for that amazing fight 7. And also if he gets dismounted or needs to dismount for whatever reason, he gets the extra attacks after the first one, so that's pretty fantastic. It's really going to make your opponent think twice if they're going to try and trap him or not. And if they do, he's going to have a much stronger chance of winning the fight. So we've got, 4 Mirkwood Cav, as you can see. No shields. I didn't actually have points to ring shields on these boys, so we just have 4 Mirkwood Cav. They're not really expected to live and capture all the objectives. That's actually my archer's job. And their job is more just to add some extra hit and kick and punch and break down and knock down shield walls. Once we've finally engaged in combat, which should hopefully be pretty early on in the game, because that's the goal with this list. It's going to be a super aggressive elf list, right up in people's face and getting the kills in. So Thranduil is also running some Palace Guard. So he's got 3 Palace Guard with sword and board. So 1, 2, 3 with sword and board, 4 with spear and shield, and 1 with Spear Shield Banner, which is converted from the Galadriel Knight banner, which is just a fantastic banner to use on your Mirkwood. Whether you want to use it on the Palace Guard or you want to use it on your Mirkwood Warriors. Fantastic banner. Highly recommend using that banner. And the other 2 heroes in the list are just this guy here. He's sword raised. This other guy here with his sword raised, 2 Palace Guard captains with shield. And they are each running 4 Mirkwood warriors with sword and shield, 4 Mirkwood warriors with glaives, and 4 Mirkwood warriors with bows. And it's pretty much mirrored warbands there. And yeah, so the tactic with this list is advance forward. First turn of combat, just engage the shield wall and use that fight 7 for some push. And once we've got the numbers down and we've engaged, we can wrap with the Cav and Thranduil. Thranduil can heroic combat and get back in the middle to give the fight 7 back to the Palace Guard. Fight 7 to the Palace Guard captains, fight 6 to the Palace Guard themselves. Palace Guard get the +1 to wound as well within 3 inches of Thranduil, and also will have the +1 fight. But also you can use the 2-handing ability as well with their extra +1 to wound to get the +2, which is going to be super handy when dealing with tough opponents that are hard to break down. Wounding dwarves on 4s and 5s is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, wounding orcs and anything else on 3s is freaking brilliant. And the archers, their goal is to sit back on the back of board, shoot out a couple horses if they can, move on to objectives, secure objectives. And if we absolutely have to, we can also throw them into the fray as extra combat bodies if needed. But yeah, their main goal is to harass. And I want to bring a good number 4 in each warband, so the 8 in total for the 800 point army. Just because even with the strength, even though they're not like, it's not the highest elf shooting list with the most bows, having the strength 3, shoot 3 bows is really, really oppressive regardless. And yeah, it can be a big threat to heroes and it'll keep your opponent really honest. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm going to link the battle report in the description for where I used my last Armored Mirkwood Elf. You can actually see where I went a bit wrong. I still think I ended up coming out on top. Don't quote me on that one, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I definitely took a lot more casualties than I wanted to. But I tried to play the elf list as more of a skirmishing list with the only 8 bows and too many captains and not the ideal captains. It just didn't end up working out the best for me. So this list is definitely going to rectify it. 39 elf models in total, which is absolutely brilliant for 800 points. You know, it's up there with some of the Horde armies Justin runs, 40, 50 models. And yeah, they're just going to hold their own, and they're just brilliant fighters. And, you know, having the glaives as well can definitely help me if I need to just shield on the flanks and I need to extend, if the glaives need to come out and help extend the battle line for whatever reason to prevent myself from getting outflanked, they can just hop out and shield with the amazing Fight 5 and hopefully keep themselves alive even though they are 1 less defense. Apart from that, yeah, I'm not going to ramble too much. You guys know about Mirkwood, you've seen the tier list, you've heard the podcast. So anyway, I'll link the battle report below if you want to check it out. And I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. And if you've seen any armies on the channel that you want an army showcase of, let me know and I'll do an army showcase, because I've got my Rohan and my Mordor and all of that. So plenty of armies to do a showcase on.